We're talking with Milton Sigmon, who is one of the candidates for Lincoln County Commissioner and one of the two incumbents, two seats up for election this year. Milton, you have served for 4 years on the Lincoln County Commission, and a lot of things have happened over that 4 years. Would you care to recount a bit about what you have learned as a county commissioner in 4 years?
Wayne, thank you so much for taking this time to talk with me, to interview me, and ask questions, valid questions. There's been a lot that has been learned. There's a lot to learn yet, I'll say that. I never came into it expecting that, I knew it all, not at all. But on the other hand, it's been a great time of challenges, opportunities. Challenges is always an opportunity. We got to remember that. And to think that through this 4-year tenure that will be ending this coming fall, that this county has seen this particular Board of Commissioners become very active. And I think that's known, but everyone will have to agree to that statement. We've completed, in the process now of completing a courthouse, supposed to have the grand opening hopefully in this June. And one that came in far under what we expected it would. Thank the Lord for that. $31,311,280 was the bid on it. We expected it to be in the 40s. When I say 40s, I'm talking about $40 million plus dollars. Now it's probably in the $55 to $60 million. So it's a great bargain for the county. No doubt about it. It's much needed. The 911 comm center, completed that. Got that. That's in active now. It's one of the nicest in the state. It's really a show place. And we have people training here from other areas in our comm center. So that's true. This senior services center over at the old shopping center. Oh man, that's a heck of a facility. People are enjoying that. So it's administration building. I can go on and on. And by the way, we financed that courthouse, regress back to it. We financed it for 20 years at 2.7%. Wayne, I financed my house back in 1971 at 6.5. I think that's pretty darn good bargain in 2022 to get that. But the administration building is redone. We paid for that. We paid for the services center that I mentioned. The citizen center remodel here in town. It's been remodeled, as you're well aware, and I think all the folk probably know that. It's all paid for. We didn't borrow money to do that. Why? Because we have adequate fund reserve. The way our management style has been, Kelly Atkins has done a wonderful job for us. He's leaving us, of course, being retiring in June this year, coming up, actually 2 months from right now. And the Veterans and Parks and Recreation renovation over here on Academy Street, that's done, paid for. And boy, here's a gem. West Lincoln Library, that is a showplace for this county. It truly is. And what's internally technology is, oh my goodness, it's just a glow inside that place. We're proud of that. The new park down on Beth Haven Church Road. I'm missing a lot of things, and I realize that. But I think people need to realize what has really been accomplished. And there's a lot more I'm going to mention here. The park, 170 plus acres, that's to be a park of nature, have trails and what have you. It's not to be ball fields and things like that. So that's going to be something for this county to enjoy in many years and decades to come, because land is not being made anymore. At least I haven't found any. It's been manufactured. So that's there. The airport entrance. I don't know where you've been to the airport, but I challenge people and ask people to go down to the airport. You see beautification. When I came into office, there's just no slam. It's just the truth. You speak the truth. Weeds were up to my waist as you went down the highway entrance on Jack Dellinger Drive going in. Weeds were up to my waist, and was able to push that and got the renovation done down through there as far as all that beautified, the plants, the trees, and now it looks like it's something to take pride in. And not only that, but I'm going to hold this up. This is just a financial statement actually for the airport. That's not what the purpose is. You see a jet here and all. Well, now we've got over $3 million grant that's taking place, and other funding too. We're finally going to get the whole field in at the airport, and that's going to be a great opportunity for this county, Wayne, because Number one, when you have hangars built and jets come in there and are stored there, and we have that opportunity, then that's not big tax dollars for this county. You don't have to build new schools for that. You don't have to have a lot of water and sewer for that. Don't have to have more sheriff protection for that. Don't have to have much more fire for that. It's a bonus for the county. We've got opportunities to grow here. Only 19 miles, air miles, from Lincoln County Airport to Charlotte CLT, Douglas. That's all it is, at 19 miles, air miles. And so that's taking place. The vast pending improvements that we still have there, the fire departments are being upgraded, improvements at the sheriff's department, my goodness, we spent a lot of money there. And rightly so. I also would mention, be remiss if I didn't say it, the school system. We have funded the school systems more than adequately. 1.6 million, over that, more than that, actually several $1 million, for the laptops when we had to go due to COVID. We as commissioners spent that, and it's needed. We granted it. We didn't say, oh, no, we can't do that. You know, we did it. So we've looked after our students, after our school board, and everyone involved, superintendent. We've done it well, I think this board has. And then the animal shelter improvements, we're in the process, I think most people know that, of the new EMS, fire and emergency services building over on Milton Sigmon Road, right up the road from this administration building. That's going to be a crown jewel also, and it's very much needed. So Wayne, I guess I could sum it up to say that we have accomplished much, in the process of accomplishing much, but there's a lot more to do. I've been talking about actually a park that'd be really something to be a jewel. I don't use that thing, crown jewel, for the county, a major complex. I've been thinking of that for years before I became a commissioner, and that's much needed. We need more industry. We've got that in process, and so to sum it up, it's been a good ride. It's been a good ride. I think Lincoln County is far better than it was 3.5 years ago.
One of the two biggest problems that Lincoln County faces, one of them is obviously development. It's absolutely true, but that's true most everywhere, not just in Lincoln County, that a lot of the development in terms of new homes, etc., happens before the infrastructure gets built to handle everything that's there. And the other is, and that's also related, is traffic. What, if anything, has the commission attempted to do to improve the traffic situation, and what do you foresee is possibly being done?
All right, fair question, a good question. What we did several years ago was authorize a study of the East Lincoln Corridor, which that's where we have traffic everywhere in the county. That's undeniable. There's nothing to hide from. But the majority of the development that has occurred in the last 10, 20 years has been in East Lincoln area. And of course we have the new 16 that's helped immensely as far as moving traffic from the area toward Charlotte or wherever you want to go in that direction. But we authorized a study, and yes, Kimley Horn did it. Came in at a cost to the county, in a sense, a cost, but could be also looked at as a savings also. And the study was done, that was presented to the Department of Transportation, the North Carolina Department of Transportation, and has a lot of good recommendations. It's facts, it's factual. The traffic count, this intersection, that intersection, the other intersection, where the needs are. There are some proposed road, not only improvements, but new roads that need to come to fruition. Now, whether we can get that done by the North Carolina Department of Transportation is a $1 million question. It truly is. We as a board, though, have been progressive and aggressive in having the study done and have presented it to the people in the area. We had meetings and people came to it and they saw what the needs were. They were interviewed, by the way, to get regress on that. They had opportunities to express what they wanted to see. Where are the problems? So the community had an opportunity on many meetings, with the study being done to express themselves. And then they were shown the results of the study. Here's what the needs are. Do you need bike paths? Do you need this or that? So it's been a challenge, and it will continue to be a challenge. One of the primary challenges that we face is how to widen highways as far as the dollars that it costs. All over North Carolina, not just here in this county. Of course, we're concerned about here, all of us are, but throughout North Carolina. And DOT just simply doesn't have the dollars to do it with. I believe you were present at one of the forums we had down earlier this year at Unity Presbyterian Church, and I held up this document right here, which is DOT insignia right here, NCDOT, and I'll read it back. Are you getting a shot of that, Jay? Okay, good. And it says this: NCDOT Intersectional Improvement Project, NC16 Business and Triangle Circle / Unity Church Road, Lincoln County. State Transportation Improvement Program, STIP, this is a number that they've given it, R-5712. Now, it gives on this, as we go through the pages, it lists who's there, and it gives a project description, what happens next, your role in tonight's meeting, which was held on April 19th, 2018. That's before I became a commissioner. April 19th, okay? Well, we're going over here, and here's what it says. I'm going to read it to you. Project timeline. April 19th, public meeting. I was there, and there's a lot of people there. April through May 2018, evaluate public comments, refine project designs as appropriate. May 2018, signed environmental document anticipated. May 2018, same month. Right-of-way acquisition. Mind you, that's 4 years ago. June 2019, construction. Hasn't been anything done yet. There's not anything there. Nothing been done. So it is very frustrating to have that occur when we have put forth the effort to have studies done, present it to DOT, and then this is proof now. There's no doubt about it. The meeting was held, and I can understand the other side too. I serve on the GCLMPO. What in the world is that? Gaston, Lincoln, Cleveland Metropolitan Planning Organization. Okay, that's what that is. And we've had many projects listed up here in the top 11, 6 out of 11. Matter of fact, less than a year ago, we had good projects. Widening of 73 4-lane, I can name them all. They were on there. You know how many is on there now? 0. We don't have even top 20. So that's how it fluctuates. It's very, very frustrating to deal, and DOT, in my opinion, that's Milton Sigmon's opinion, we need major reorganization in Raleigh. I'm not saying our local, we're in District 12. I'm not saying our folks are not doing the job. They are. But they're, from Raleigh, is telling them what to do. And so hope that answers the question.
You mentioned that this commission as a whole has been very active. And truth is that you have commissioners, you and Mr. Cecina especially, have attended many other meetings where it was not a county commission responsibility or a meeting that you had to be at. I do recall that at the East Lincoln Betterment Association's Meet the Candidates Night for school board members, that both of you were there.
Yes, sir.
In fact, you were two of about 25 people who were there to learn more about the school board candidates prior to voting. I assume that is probably one of the things during your time as a commissioner of which you're most proud.
It is, Wayne. I have, and Bud Cicina, whom you mentioned, my fellow commissioner, both of us have put in a lot of time because I think you should. That's what I think it's a serious thing to me, is to be a county commissioner. I'm here to try to serve the people. I'm a servant of the people. And you can't do that by not knowing what's going on and attending meetings. The number of meetings, and I'm not complaining, but the number of meetings I go to and continue going to is pretty high. It really is. I've been to a lot of school board meetings. I go to all different functional meetings, community involvement meetings. If there's some kind of project coming up, it's just a lot of meetings. But that's a must if you want to serve the people of this county. You have to know what is out there, whether it's education, whether it's seeking commercialization, industrial development. What projects are people proposing that they want to see come forward as far as developers, and then what do the people want? What does the community want? And so I'll continue doing that. That's part of the job. You must do it. But yes, Bud and I have attended a lot of meetings, and it's you learn from it. You must learn from it. And some people say, well, just vote your heart when it comes down to voting time with the commission. Just vote your heart. Unfortunately, that is not the way you can do. There are state laws. We have a unified development ordinance here in this county, which is our basic guideline of development. And there are rules we go by. So my heart may be, oh, I want to listen to all these people. It was something. But yet, I have to go by law, whether it's federal, state, local. I have to base my opinion on that and put my vote in that manner. And I think that, again, this particular commission has addressed things very well. I will say that. It's a body.
Now, probably the most important question in our interview: why should voters, when they go to the polls, mark Milton Sigmon as one of their choices for county commissioner?
I think somebody asked me that question 4 years ago. I think Wayne Howard asked me that very question. Why you? Here's what I'm going to say to you, the people, the citizens of this county. If you look at what, and I just made a list here, it's just a hand-painted list, it's not fancy, of what has been accomplished over the past 3.5 years at this point, and will be 4, there's no doubt about leadership. I feel like that I have provided positive leadership to this county, to this board, and my vision for the future, we need more industry. We talked about earlier, before we even started this interview, about the low employment rate here in this county, which is true. It's good to have low employment in one sense, but in another sense, it also is a challenge when attracting new industry. We need more industrial sites. Well, we need to buy more land and for an industrial park. We need it sorely, and we're in the process of doing that now. And we shall continue to do that, because at this point, 91+% of the actual tax revenue generated into our tax department in this county comes from residential. The rest of the balance, less than 9%, is from industrial and commercial. We've got to get that down. The homeowners have got to be in a place where they feel comfortable paying their taxes, and yet we need industry to help pay the taxes. That's the reason I mentioned the airport earlier, about having hangars there that'll be taxable. Planes, those are taxable, those jets. And that's what we're looking for, is corporate jets, which cost tens and tens of millions of dollars. And so it's a taxable into the county. It will be taxable. So we need that industry coming in here. And yes, we've done very well in moving in that direction. But I feel like that there's more time needed, and I have the vision, I have the fortitude, I have the willingness to serve, and it has been a joy to serve these 3.5 this year at this point. And so I think that Milton Sigmon is the one that you should check on that ballot as your commissioner, and I'll be glad to serve once again for the entire county. Make that clear. East Lincoln, West Lincoln, Lincoln, hey, reverse it, West Lincoln, Lincoln, East Lincoln. I'm a county commissioner, not a given area. I'm a Lincoln County commissioner. So I would appreciate the vote, Wayne, of the public.